It's an interesting Viper pick. I wouldn't say it's like an obvious Viper game. You know, there isn't like a great break counter. You know, it's not the Viper versus Spectre, but still seems pretty solid here. They needed somebody to just plant in the team fight.
Keeps the poison attacks going, and Sumail is struggling to get to his bottle. He's somewhat low on mana, so it's gonna be a little bit rough for him to get to this. The other lane's kind of quiet, and yeah, save here in the mid lane.
Yep. Good rotation. Avalanche toss into the Nevertoxin, and it looks like the first blood is going to go the way of GPK. It feels like VP's cores are all self-sustained at this point, right? Like the Jug is past the hard point lane, it's a Timber still on the top, and this Viper's out of control. In on the mid lane, Sumail in trouble, is going to fall. The save rotates in with the Avalanche cross combo. It's never... It doesn't feel like the times where we see Tiny has to chill, buy some extra clarities, he hasn't got the mana, he's almost always going to be up and ready to kill something.
And the GPK, I think he actually went for the bottle instead of these treads here. By the looks of things.
Well, GPK already had the bottle. It was just the barrier to change my mind what it wants to do next. Stun coming out with the rotation. Viper is going to fall here. They will find solo in response, but it's after the fact. Much needed kill for Sumail.
But I'm just curious, what happened to GPK's? I thought he had already treads. Maybe he invested into one than something else. He just had a lot of gold for the treads. And...
Yeah, I think it was the one. Nice kill on Pajkatt spotlight because when the regen room was there and Sumail denied it.
No, they're a little bit light on stuns, and so the 8 doesn't make sense. Just adding an additional kind of cancellation for the ports, just making it a little bit more tanky, some added mana.
Oh,
just
one. He just got back. That was 5 seconds in and then just gone. It's a bit worrying from the strat perspective as well, right? Because the type of hero that usually, you know, level 1, 2 suffers a bit, but then tends to get a lot of gold and tends to kind of be that tempo setter out of the mid lane.
DM here putting on some pressure onto Solo. The Heavenly Grace is gone soon.
Uh-oh. Sumail tossed into the waiting arms of GPK, and he welcomes the gift that's been sent his way by his support. I'll find more. Zayat slowly but surely going to be ran down. And you just hear the gold strength in the distance. So it's only the one thing.
It's scary though. I mean, if they were to rotate here, he could be in a lot of trouble.
And also the Jug won't feel that great with Zombie Slash because of the support combo we mentioned earlier, the Omni Knight Shadow Beast.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as the game goes on, you know, if we're going into 40 minutes, the game should be quite difficult for VP. But the question is if we're gonna get that far. Yeah, Sumail, he's playing from the States, right? He should be on some ping disadvantage.
Yeah, I think that was confirmed. Like, it's at least around 120, 150 MS, I think.
Yeah, and I think that...
Man,
Ilias
gonna go for this.
He just goes down immediately.
I don't
Ramses
think
might be in trouble, though.
Yeah, they might be able to get him now, but there's gonna be a Guardian Angel. They're throwing everything.
Grace is gonna help him out quite a bit here.
I don't know if it's gonna help enough, though. Ramsey's been brought low. Dream Cool turnaround's gonna be there, though. Tiny World low, DM down to half HP as well. He'll also be the next target. As they counter-attack and strike hard, they take down 3 members of VP. Closer than Sumail maybe realized. I mean, that's a 50-50 there. If he goes the other way, he's going to see it.
Ramsey's up top. Could very well be in trouble here.
He's got no way out. VP won't work here. Save arrives to ensure that's the case. They pick off what looks like a fairly easy spend. Oh wait, who do we say is old Sumail before Sumail? Like, loads of people always thought Arteezy, but like from a... Did you think Arteezy?
I mean, Arteezy and Sumail they're completely different players, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe the old Arteezy was slightly more Sumail-esque, but...
So who was the Sumail before Sumail? There must have
I don't know if there was one.
Maybe there'll never truly be one like him again. The GPK is definitely gone for it. Turn around the stun, the buyback comes out. Ramses with a charge forward, doing the damage on the Juggernaut, enough to bring him down. The Guardian Angel out, which means there's no sort of rebuttal for VP. Chase the 4 for more, they'll be able to find Ilias. So they do get some big picks. They should be able to convert it to a tower. Finally, 404. They find some firm ground to fight back. Moving in under the Viper. GPK is full health though, and Sumail is going to melt on the Nevertoxin. Mistakes were made. They bit off the extra bit that they choked on.
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't just use himself, but he might have been dead either way. No one with the nice kind of, you know, orb and buybacking, jumping back to the orb.
They might have him still.
Might be
He's been brought. He's got the BKB just in time, but the problem is the damage is already on him. He was always going to tick out at the end of that because of the demonic purge. I'm not even sure it was worth hitting the BKB there.
Wow, this is actually an excellent time to use this. You know, some spells were used and you can come back and get this nice coil.
I was just watching the fabulous right click for Rams demolish.
Sumail might be in trouble here once again.
Whoopsie. Make it look so easy. And he's going
from bad to worse
for the BKB as well.
And this smoke becomes a little bit too telegraphed, maybe by the fact that this mid lane is.
There we go. Anyway, Recall will be thrown out on the save. We'll turn around with the Avatos, do some damage. The healing water's near him as well, so Tiny didn't melt too quickly here. He's got one level on the Grove, but the damage is pretty high from Ramsey still. They're trying to slow him down. He's hunting forward. Wants to finish that kill, though. Turn around on DM, who has no reactive armor stacks just yet. Hunt forward. Looks like Puck's able to finish off Tiny. Buyback will come out as they are in deep. Now they're looking to punish it. No one. Not able to get away. He's gone. Instantly punished for that. That's going to be his dieback situation. On the side, though, they're losing bigger targets. Timber is brought down. GPK with the BKB to run away, but Ramsey's too fast as he hunts forward. And GPK, Viper Strike on cooldown, but the Omni Slash is going to come out of Ramsey's. There will be a save, though. They throw out the disruption. In the meantime, Illi's going to fall to Sumail, and now Ramsey's Avalanche Toss is going to be there. They melt through him quick enough for the magical damage. They don't care about the physical. We'll be able to TP out with Zayats, but it looks like, you know, BP, the price was high, but they'll feel good about what they got out of that.
I think kind of you would probably have gotten it if you had the Echo Saber, and the Orchids didn't really do much in that fight. He used it once on the Timber Saw. It got immediately Lotus. And this is the kind of crucial moment here for 404. They have the Axe on no one. Sven is he's ready to brawl. Even Greaves on solo.
They're moving in. Francis jumps in. Dream Call on the free. One was able to dodge it. Epic Kid gets just out of range. CM's already gone. Save's going to fall as well. They move through to try and cut the back line, but Guardian Angel comes out. Disruption save is going to be there. The Shadow Demon keeps himself alive. The stun control is good. And they find the kill onto GPK. No one chasing forward. Ramses will use the illusion to his advantage to force the fight towards them, but it looks like the Timber is out. Puck just getting even more elusive. Actually just hit the 26 up Wayne and Rift. I mean, and the way these fights are going, Puck can more or less always be the safest person to push out lanes by any risk to him. As he moves in, just pokes across a jug. Atos comes down to Sven. BKB used, turns around. God Strength, coil onto 2. Viper using that tree to his advantage, but vision will be given to the Sven to try and clean him up, toss away to save the day. Does get Viper out. And Save's still alive. They're chasing him in the freezer field. It is down. Still running. They don't hit him up with the stun. They're going to try and melt through him now. They lost the Viper already. Buyback comes out the Shadow Demon. DM gets out a lot of damage here, but they will be able to find the kill into Ilias, and they'll hunt forward looking for more. With the Stormhammer forward, Epic Kid does get the spin out. They need to be careful. No magic immunity on their Sven. He does the Ghost Strength though. Sees the opportunity to bring down Save, and he'll flip on top of him. Turn around on the Timber as well. They need a follow-up stun, but still on cooldown. Used to buy some time. I don't know if they're going to stun out in time. They will. They get DM. 4 dead on the side of VP. Roche is about to spawn in 10 seconds. 404. Once again, time this fight perfectly. Yeah, you can actually see that now Epic Kid is like, okay, he's queued it up. But, okay, I wondered if he was going to buy out on it, because you're in this precarious scenario where with this Aegis, 404 can just get rid of the remaining out of towers and start to siege your base. He sees the need for it. He does get caught. Luckily for him, they're not going to be coming quick enough. So he might get away with this, as he'll just run off with a Mask of Mana. He was going to come out. Sven is here now, though. He needs to move quicker. There's the body blocks from no one. He's keeping him locked in. And guess who's coming? The big bag shark. And you're in his river. He'll get the spin out, but the damage is going to be way too much. It's Epic Kid. He just bought the Ags. They don't know it because he hasn't had it delivered. But he's dead for 80 seconds without buyback.
Yeah, I mean, Ramsey's here also just committing for this Bloodthorn. Now you can see just how strong he is. Just the added attack speed, he's just gonna keep the cheese. They gave the Aegis to Sumail, which makes sense, because Sven without the God Strength and BKB is not really a hero.
Recall on the 2, moving in. Stun is returned. Ramses will now just throw out his BKB with the Guardian Angel and run Timber down. He's dead. Save will be turned on to next. Also fallen. And stun forward onto the Viper. Doesn't care about the freezer field. He might soon, but it's not enough magic damage to deter Ramses from diving the tier 4s. Towers won't stop him either. They'll turn around at the DM. He just bought back. He'll be stunned in return with the Lotus. But he's still dead. 95 seconds on the sideline. How the hell do you stop this Sven?
There's not really any stopping this Sven anymore. They could even just go for the tier 4s here. It's very nice to see 404, even despite having this kind of a rough start. They understand their timings very well. They're playing around the Sven.
Well, he got the kill. but I don't think it's changed anything. Like you said, 404, they just understand. Like, they were very patient in this early mid-game. They didn't try and force them out. They let VP have their time in the limelight where their draft was stronger. Now, they're showing why they're stronger. They'll move in. Dream Call come out. Omni Slash to bounce around, doing a lot of damage. Does get rid of the Aegis. But now he has nothing to follow up. The throne is exposed, so he has to stand his ground right here. Sumail will come back up. BKB in 2 seconds. No one will cover him. Stormhammer in. Does stun up onto Epikid. Avalanche toss in. Sumail isn't going to die, though. Bloodstone will heal him up. Stun is a whiff. They'll back away. They'll respect the fact that the Viper is back up. And GPK does go in. Atos, BKB gets forced. Ramses will TP out, and it looks like Puck will get away as well. Solo will even make this escape in the tree line. So, you know, BP, they're still in this game. They're only 1 lane down, but the Ancient is exposed, and it's not looking healthy. Yeah, he understands that at this stage in the game, there's no such thing as 2. He sees someone, he'll chase them to the ends of the earth in that Stormhammer. You could have 4 4-stars and closely found. And you know Ramses will still go inside that fountain and probably kill.
GPK here. Might get caught. The port still a few seconds on cooldown. Same for the BKB.
Yep. He needs to buy time. I don't know if he's going to have it, though. He's just gone. GPK, he has no buyback. He's 300 gold short. He was trying to get it. Right, they can bite back, but this one cannot buy back. That's the problem. Look at them waiting. Like, okay, let's test this right here. It's not like we've got to worry about diving tier 4s. Ramsey says, okay, if they won't come to us, then we'll just hit the buildings. Moving in. Epikid using the spin, but that's not the right way to go about this. They just let them hit the throne. They're bringing it low. They'll end the game. 404, game 1 in their hands. VP already trailing.
Yeah, very nice to watch this this level of Dota. You can see, I feel like a lot of teams, they would just crumble in the beginning of this game. You know, they would just feel like there's no way to play in this game. But
it does make Pugna a slightly more viable pick than usual. And I think against melee heroes, like Decrep is pretty god tier in this 1v1 matchup. This is, I like this just error draft a lot, boys.
You know, you can play for some later timings. You don't have to commit always to the lanes. Yeah, I mean, 4-4, they
go ahead.
They have sort of a, they have like an anti-draft, you know? It's like these heroes, they're just like, this is like such an annoying draft to deal with. They're gonna give the first blood over to no one, so he gets closer to that urn.
They want kills. I mean, no one's rotated. They're just letting the jug free farm now.
Yeah, both chorus, both position 1s are starting to find a bit of farm here, but still the big winner, I would say, still looks like it's DM who's gonna port mid now. Ravage is available.
He wants to pop up. No one's got double astral step. Dodge out, simulate. No, he gets stunned on the high ground. RP's a whiff though. They thought they'd outbrained him there. 2 big ultimates in the end. No one finds the one way out of it.
Yeah, I don't really expect. Oh, they're gonna cancel their region there on Sumail.
They might do more than cancel it.
Here.
They've got the skewer. They'll drag him up under the tower. Life drain will begin. Has he got enough? It's going to be close, but no cigar. The max down power gives GPK the big bucks.
And Ramses didn't really want to commit to the haunt there. He's a bit too low.
They will at least get the tower. And they'll poke and pro to GPK. Every time the skewers on cooldown, it's going to be very hard for them to make an aggressive play. No one takes that opportunity, yoinks a kill quickly. Sumail moves in a little bit deep. Obby Slash bouncing around, does move across to Sumail, trying to move away the Invis rune. They will protect the disruption and the TP out from Epikid. Sumail is going to live, needs to be careful though. Gush to slow him down. They could just look to Ravage this up, and they will. Stun him up, X going to be there as well. Horn in, but the RP is going to come through onto no one. Run him down, they'll also lose the wipe, and everybody is just dying on the side of 404 as they'll lose Science, Ramses. It's a team wipe. VP, I only needed 3 to do it.
Disruption from the Shadow Demon, the dispersion of course dealing quite a bit of damage to Roche. To anything really.
Now Ramses can dish out a lot of damage before he dies, now having an Aegis in his possession. This is the other good thing they got from him as well. There's not really an easy way of locking down no one, because you don't have any true stun. You can maybe dodge out or interrupt your RPs or your Ravage attempts. So he's scouting forward always.
And no one does have the completed Ags.
Ravage, jump in. They see an opportunity. Zay's going to be brought down. Horn is used. Cut to the back line. They force out the egg. Skewer across, though. And RP dodged out, so GPK does hold on to it. On the other side of the fight, though, Epikid is being kited here. They will ball up and move forward as they do see Solo, who's already used the Witness Curse. He's just out of range of the burn. He has got the Cold Embrace as well. But it looks like they will be able to pick off the support duo of 404. Looks like that's all they're going to get. They do still have the RP to play around, mind you, but I guess that's the big concern as well. It's like VP's cooldowns don't really feel that detrimental when you think of how much 404 are relying on the Horn to do anything. Yeah, loading away. Moving in on every kid. No one cuts the back line. RP's going to come out, though. It does connect. Void Spirit, a bit of trouble. Being dragged back. Able to move away. Ramses is going to go over the Aegis, though. No one stances them up. Moves away with the Astral Step. They need to help out their spec. Blade Mail gets activated. Jump in with the egg being thrown down. They'll try and right-click through it quickly. Witness Curse will buy enough time. They'll get rid of the egg. With that one being scrambled, they'll look to back up a little, force GPK up to the high ground and zone them away so they can take the tier 2 tower.
It's not gonna be easy to continue this fight though.
They do have the Horn, but no Winner's Curse can make you a little bit reluctant. You don't have that big fat stop what you're doing and hit each other. Horn, there it is, cuts the back line on the Elias down to half HP already, but the Glimmer Cape protects him. No one has no Astral Step, has to wait 2 seconds. Ramses hit up, Cold Embrace will protect him. Ravage traces through, but he's in the tree line. Skewer across is good. Ramses falls and no one. Chased on 2 next, they decide to stop for Zayas. It's an easier kill, but they know that no one has committed all of his resources. He's got to dissimulate, but no Astral Step for 10 seconds. They have no way of stopping a TP out, so he will at least get away, but the price is high for 404.
Yeah, we do see no one. He's queued up this Deso here. So he's gonna be at least doing a bit of right-clicking.
They're trying to punish him here, and they will. RP's gonna be there. He gets the first hit bash to ensure that's the case. That's no one gone for 60. Both teams just very reluctant around this road. Like any slip up either side could just lead the opponent straight into your base. And look at this, DM. I don't know if this is a fast enough kill. I don't think you want this. Yeah, they're coming.
Yeah. I don't know if fast enough is the thing. I'm not sure it's possible to kill this Tidehunter. Not without a whole lot more heroes.
RP, straight away they catch Void Spirit. Egg's gonna go down as well. They commit everything but the kitchen sink to ensure no one's gone. And they saw the Deso, which means they know he had no buyback at all. That should be roast for them now. Hunt for more. Definitely getting a lot of value out of this Axe. Ravage is going to be there, connecting on multiple heroes. They find Soul in the back line. He's gone to the Swift Slash. On the side, Shadow Demon's going to go down as well. And Ramses running for the high hill. He's short of a team to hold it with. He'll just TP away. And Roche is most definitely in the hands of VP. Ooh, GPK. Okay, send it there. This way 404 like, nope, that's all we wanted. This draft has reached its limits. We'll go game 3, but we'll do it in style. We'll preview the damage that can be done to a Jug with 3k HP by a Pajkatt because half of his HP immediately. But the problem with that is the only way that works is if DM isn't nearby. DM, as he approaches this base, is always going to be nearby. That is in pretty deep here. He'll force them out of the tree line. The ultimates are on cooldown, so maybe you can find something here. As a kid purged up. Trying to do what he can. Skewer back. They find Solo. Winner's Curse going to come out. Ramsey trying to sidestep, move away from this. Bird being chased onto. Save does have the egg in 10 seconds. Now they'll turn, move forward on the Sumail. He's got the decrep for himself, but Zayas has no protection. And the Ugly Slash runs on so long that they will kill and force the buyback out of Sumail. Buyback comes out from save. RP! GPK on point. Finds the big targets. They run down and kill off Solo and no one. And Ramses, he might have a lot of health, but they have a lot of damage. They'll run him down as well, straight outside the base of 404. And GPK, he'll hunt for more. He'll find Sumail. He'll get the bash, short of a rampage, but goddamn does he feel like he just earned one. No way to stop him. No Winner's Curse for 20. The damage is too high here. Even if you kill one member of VP, it's not going to be enough. They throw down the egg, they get a bash and an abyssal on top of Zayas to force them to type that GG. Tell us we are going to a game 3.
Yeah, Ravage for good measure. Some additional kills for Epileptic Kid. It was not a very easy game for 404 to play this one.
Then okay,
Drow.
Okay, that's a good. I always forget about the Drow. I like every time.
Because you're thinking about melee heroes.
Like I'm thinking of the ping, you know.
A big switch up from 404. This time around, seeming to choose to focus more heavily on their laning.
Yeah, not just the laning phase, but also playing a very quick lineup as Ramses is going to be the target here. He is most likely dead, yes. Going for a much quicker lineup here. First blood goes to Enchantress.
primed is an understatement there. Yeah, if he bashed no one once on that retreat, that is likely going to be a kill. And I think the surprising part about the way that chain kill occurred is how, even though Ench started bot, Illy still managed to get level 2.
And the Ramses might be in trouble here.
Oh, yeah, we'll get him. DM, it's taking a lot of pummeling from Zayats here, and even though we get the kill, the big win is going to be saved as he pummels his face into the suitcase.
But so far the lane's opening up quite well for VP here, finding core kills almost in the top lane as well, but finding Ramses in the bottom lane, and just Ilias being the one getting off to a good start here.
Stomp coming out to Ramses. They're going to run him down here. They'll die for this as well. The urn online, Ramses is gone, and he just TP back. No TP for about 15-20 seconds when he's up. And
yeah, this is why I was a little bit surprised that the Chen was not helping out in the bottom lane. Of course, the Beastmaster Earthbird might not be the strongest lane against the Enchantress Void, but you are sacrificing your Draw Ranger's game to some extent. There is a Divine Favor being used by the Chen here. Is it the Draw Ranger coming in? Yeah.
Switcheroo. They kind of had to. There's no other option, right? Like, you can maybe TP bot as Chen. I don't know if you can push the tower. There could be... is there any way that the VP defend this if the DP commits it?
You could potentially try to do something with the ET, but it looks like he's just going to be too low on resources here after using these spells, and Sumail is going to be porting mid.
Yep. They actually dove the tower, so Sumail does come in. He gets hit up by the boat, but he's chasing forward. The damage too much. GPK, he never got a clip of the ghost ship. He didn't get the buff, and that means both of them are going down. The exorcism proves worthwhile, and even though they find a return kill in the top lane, Sumail extending that lead now from the mid.
It's just kind of deep, so it doesn't get easily rewarded, I think.
And it gives him vision on the high ground, I guess. The boat's coming in now to Sumail. He's siphoning up, and he's going to have enough to live through this. They have to commit the chrono, so they will get him in the end. Big almost committed to finally close that kill onto Sumail.
Yeah, pretty heavy rotation there. They use 2 ults, but in the end, it's worth it. Sumail is the biggest net worth in the game.
Not only that, there was some aggression coming out from 404. They were diving with the magnetized head. They're going to spot it too late. Yunks it up. ET was almost on time with the storm. Not anybody would have been able to follow it up.
Yeah, and I think it should be okay to do this since there is this Midas on the Draw Ranger, and you just want to, you know, I mean, if you can stall the game, it's most likely a good thing for VP.
Smoke break. Sumail's been found. He'll throw out the silence. He'll screw off their timing on the X, but Save is there to save the day and end the day for Sumail. He committed the Exorcism as well, which forced out the chrono, but it's working out from Zayats. He's going to roll in now, dishing out a lot of damage. Solo stays alive. Hand God is good enough, but not with those follow-up bashes. Epic Kid able to run him through Zayats is found as well. They got rid of the Aegis on the side. Ramses tried to join in and completely backfires the 404. And surprising they even wanted to take that fight with the way it began.
You know, every time you say VP, I always think about I'm always thinking it's the other team.
No one, Ramses. So I know, right? It's like it's become so iconic for so long. These are the Prodigy boys. They got rid of one of their Ps and they became the very big VP. As I move in, gets hit up the silence. They can't get the chrono down. They need to be careful here. Roll in is going to be there. Prime Roll as well. Trying to heal up. Epic Kid Boat's going to come through to try and save the day. It might be too late though. They've lost him. Void is down. They'll poke from the high ground. Sumail chunking up a lot of damage. He's going to heal up for a little bit with the use to buy some time, but Stomp's going to be the torrent. Perfectly timed to punish him. When ET's buyback, they'll look to the ES's buyback rather. They'll look to move forward. They might not find more than just the ET kill after the Void one though. Against the ranged heroes, against the heal that we've been talking about before. This smoke, everything might be against this Drow. Ramses has no escape either. They'll jump in, time dilation. They realize they don't even need the chrono to kill this one. And that's going to be an easy pick into what should be a quick roach. It's almost like the Drow's a little bit too predictable. This ward that VP put down definitely almost immediately paying off.
No, ideally you don't want the Drow to be the one getting chronoed in these fights. Yeah, you do have the BKB, and a lot of the damage coming out of VP is magical. There's the ET, the Earth Splitter, but
Ramsey. Okay, there's the chrono. Ideally, you don't want your Drow getting chronoed is the correct response, Pajkatt. But when she's found out, roaming alone, that's what's going to happen. ET isn't even going to be brought down. We'll finally get him at the end of this, but it's an overcommitment now from 404, and they need to get out. Atos is going to be there under Sumail. The bashes, BKB does get forced out with the exorcism. He has to stand and fight. But Epikid doesn't care. With the Mask of Madness attack speed, he's bashing through him. The hand of God to try and sustain him. Will barely get him away, and the follow-up one bash will be enough. Nice save by Zayat. Will allow him to get away, but the Torrent does clip onto the Earth Spirit. So he will be punished this. Solo's able to just TP out. Same with Sumail. But Zayat is going to be left behind. And of course, because they got the Drow before that, a worthwhile trade for VP. It seems VP have just completely read the book on Drow and understand that's how they want to play, and they're not going to let that be the case. They just keep finding Ramses time and time again alone.
Yeah, like I said, Drow not being a very quick hero once again.
Yep. Got the BKB at least. But can he turn around now? Mighty shot out into Viper. He's so damn tanky though, and Solo being ran down by the Ancient moving in. Epikid. He's hot on pursuit, looking for more. It's not just Solo that he wants the bigger kill. Time walk in. If they get one bash, that would seal the deal. The vision is good enough to get the X out though. The Torrent follow-up, they're going to lose the Drow for the 3rd time in a row. Each time VP come cool and they keep finding that Ranger.
And it's also VP still have their mid tower alive, even though it's a Kunkka versus Death Prophet.
That's what I'm saying. So they can't... Usually in this situation, you smoke, you run past where the tower is, right? It's those extra seconds make it obvious. Instead, it's going to be VP that strike. Surround his Ayats. He'll try and back away, but it's just too much damage. They'll find Sol as well. Chrono's going to go down. They did find Drow Ranger. They're trying to heal her up with a Hand of God, but it's not good enough. Yules buys enough time for her to start running away. But she might still be there. Gus to push them back. BKB from Ramses trying to run this one off. But they're hunting forward. They find the kill onto the Chen finally. The buyback out from the Earth Spirit. And the Crime Roar's going to be there. Faces void the target. They need to connect with the roll, but no! The Torrent storms all around the fight. Stops the rolling attempt and wipes the entirety of 404. GG immediately gets called by 404. They know it's over. And VIRTUS.PRO, what a way to decisively decide the final game of this series.
Yeah, Epikid there, he survives with just about 20 HP. And yeah, I mean, 404, they got kind of demolished.